Sagittarius, your weekly love tarot reading begins with the Moon, the Knight of Wands, the Nine of Swords, and the Six of Swords. Wow. Okay, your person is coming in with the Ace of Swords. They see you as a Wheel of Fortune, Jupiter, your ruling planet. Wow, they see the relationship as a Three of Swords and a Four of Swords final outcome for them. Bottom of the deck, you have High Priestess energy, high intuition right now, Sagittarius. I think that's you resonating with that. I'm going to be honest right away, right? You know what's happening. Oftentimes, the High Priestess, one of the most difficult aspects of her energy is her intuition is her strength. Her intuition is what gives her confidence, but there's always that other little voice inside of us that pulls us away from the truth of our intuition, right? So our intuition is always honest, but the ego and the desires we have in ourselves is sort of the other voice in us that brings in doubt, can bring in doubt, or brings in a feeling of reasoning. Let's reason it into what we want it to be. And so that's one of the lessons of the High Priestess. Sagittarius, this could be a reading for anyone who has Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Let's get right into it. I'm going to be pulling clarifiers, and I'm also going to be pulling zodiac runes later on to see what kind of zodiac signs you might be dealing with. So straight off the bat, Sagittarius, you're coming in with Moon energy. Ace of Swords. Libra also came in with Moon energy in the last reading. Ace of Swords is how your person comes in. So for you, you're unsure in this connection. You don't know what's going on. You're unsure. There's a lack of trust here, I think. Things are not as they seem. Things are not 100% out in the open, right? There's a feeling of things being hidden. Let's begin to shuffle our clarifiers. Your person coming in with an Ace of Swords, they have a whole new sort of mentality coming in. Ace of Swords is like the beginning, the very sort of spark of an incredible idea, invention, strategy, etc. So your person is coming in with a feeling of they got a plan, right? This next week, over this next few weeks, by the way, these readings can span several months. Weeks to months, right? Even though I do them weekly. So your person right now, though, is resonating with this grand plan that they have. So let's begin to get some clarifiers. Five of Pentacles energy. Yeah, coming from a place here of a split. Coming from a place of, I want to say, a lack of abundance, right? Scarcity. Lacking. There's a feeling of things having been lacking here. Six of Cups, your person has an idea how to make you theirs. Six of Cups energy. There is history here, right? There's history here, Sagittarius, but for you, I'm going to say the history, and I'm looking ahead to say this as well, to inform me on this reading as well, as obviously I'm an intuitive reader, so we're diving into this story on multiple levels, but there was a time and place here where this connection cost you. It felt like it cost you a lot, right? Ultimately, in the end, it brought you down. It didn't invest, it took out. So Moon energy, very, very cautious, very careful, almost fearful here with this connection. And that's the energy that you're feeling over this next period of time. Of course, your person has a grand plan to get you back. Fool energy. Wow, death. Everything has changed, Sagittarius, for your person. With that Six of Cups and that death and that ace, everything has changed, right? Everything has changed here. The center is this desire, this affection, this history they have with you. They don't want to lose that. And this complete turnaround, a complete transformation has happened in their life. And so they're bringing a sense of victory almost, like as if whatever they've gone through, whatever massive change they've gone through, right? they've come out the other side victorious. Victorious in a way. What's that victory? Show me the victory. Show me the victory. Wow, yes, a victory over this relationship. You may have walked away from them. Listen, Sagittarius, this is the person you walked away from this person, and things were really kind of like bleak. They were like, okay, it's over. And it was a lot spilled here. Look, you have water and blood. I say it's blood. You could say it's wine. Doubt it. Maybe it's spilt wine. But we're talking about, symbols here, right? Blood. Absolutely. That's how much you had given to this connection, right? That's how much was given to this connection, and you walked away from them. They've come back to see what's left in those cups, to see is there any remnant of this, and it's sort of led, boop, 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 bang. They miss you, right? Put out that Six of Cups, the soulmate card. They miss you. They adore you. They have a plan in place. There's a victory. The victory is that they've gotten to a place where they come back into you. You got the Fool here, Sagittarius. You're willing to take another leap of faith with them. You're cautious, and definitely there was a period of having you having to absolutely rebuild yourself. I think since the last time, listen, this is a reconciliation, I believe. Absolutely. There was a split here. And as I look ahead, so since the last time you're with this person, you kind of hit rock bottom, right? And I think listen, there was a split here with this person as well. You may have, you two may have broken up. You may have left. You may have thrown them out. You know what I'm saying? Ultimately, I feel like you were the one who left. You were the one who made the cut, and they're the ones who miss you so much and are coming back. But the relationship did leave you down. It left you at a negative for many reasons. Health-wise, money-wise, maybe. They may owe you money. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot to be cautionary here, but you're willing to take a leap of faith with them. Why are you willing to take this leap of faith, Sagittarius? What's the card? You've thought about things. You've been thinking about them. Okay, you've been thinking about this person. Still don't see a cup card for you, though. Are you in love with them? We'll see. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at how you both see each other. You see them, they see you as a Wheel of Fortune. You see them as a Knight of Wands. Yeah, so for you, this person may indeed be another fire sign, Sagittarius. But in any case, this person is someone who's, they're bossy, they're dynamic. They're also kind of like dramatic, This person is very dramatic. I think that perhaps they're coming into you hard, though. They're coming into you with some fire. They're not just coming in. They're not doing a Knight of Cups like, oh, cutesy, sort of sweet, I love you and all this. They're coming in like gangbusters. I'm here to stay. I'm grabbing you up. Wheel of Fortune is how they see you. You represent something special and faded in their lives. You expand them. Wheel of Fortune, yes. Wheel of Fortune has a lot of meanings. It is about the universe aligning and presenting opportunities for you that are tailored to you for this moment right now, that have been waiting for you. That's why it seems as though it's fortunate. It's always fortunate, but why not? It's not luck. It's because these events have already been tailored and designed and created for you and been waiting for you for the right time, right? So Jupiter energy, it's a timing energy. You represent a moment right now for them, Sagittarius. You represent a moment of them seizing their destiny and seizing what they know they should be doing. You are there. You are a part of their sort of story, and they know that. And I think that certainly events have come in that has proven that. One of the reasons why they're coming in so hard for you with this Knight of Wands, and you see them galloping at you with all this fire, is because they recognize the opportunity here with you. They recognize that this, and whereas they may not have before, Sagittarius, okay? Excuse me. That moon and this energy here, yeah, it's clear that you guys had a split. And it may be that before this, they didn't really recognize the opportunity the universe was presenting them with you. Now they do. They've gone through massive change here. Almost, yes, a death, a loss. They've lost a lot and come through the other side, reborn in a way. They're on a whole new level now, Sagittarius. And part of that whole new level is almost a panicked appreciation for what you represent in their life. Like they're almost panicked about it is what I'm feeling. Like if I don't get back to my Sagittarius quick, I'm going to miss this opportunity. You know, they're coming in fast and hard. Let's get some clarity on this. Show me that Knight of Wands. Why are you feeling that? Show me, what are they bringing? Woo, the Devil. Yes, passion, creativity. Okay, passion and creativity is what you're associating with them. You're also associating some lust now. Listen, Six of Pentacles, interesting. Devil is the card for Capricorn. You're associating for sure some abundance here. A feeling of abundance and sharing. A feeling of boss energy. The devil has so many meanings, honestly. But in this reading, I don't see any toxicity. I don't see the shadow side of the devil. I see the exalted side of the devil representing our most creative selves when we are sort of putting ideas into plan and action, manifesting them in the here and now, right? There's a very earthy component to this connection. There's definitely an exchange here. Six of Pentacles. I feel like for you, Sagittarius, it's very important that the monetary exchange is equal and fair and balanced. Perhaps this was an issue in the past. Money may have been an issue. You might have been the one paying for everything. Because Sagittarius, you make your money. You also spend your money. You also spend your money like crazy. Listen, I'm a Sagittarius. I get it, all right? I know. But you make your money. So it ebbs and flows. But in this instance, with this connection, this wanted to come out. Queen of Swords, Your person is facing up to who they are. In this connection, an issue was money in the past, and they are coming in. Okay, after this death, listen, it just keeps... Queen of Swords is all about showing your true self, being authentic. She's really been through a lot. Queen of Swords has been through a lot. It's only now that she's able to see with some clarity. You know, but she's been through a lot. She's been through a lot of situations where she's had to pretend she was somebody she wasn't. She's had to bite her tongue. You know what I'm saying? She's had to sort of... there were times she couldn't really be honest with herself. So she told herself lies. She may have told other people lies, right? But she suffered for all of that. You know, she suffered for all of that. She's gone through a lot of failures, you know, a lot of blows. And now she's exalted. She's the queen. And she's made it to a place where she's like, I know who I am. I'm not going to compromise myself. I'm not going to be gaslit. You know, I'm not going to be destroyed on a mental level. You understand what I'm saying, Sagittarius? So the Queen of Swords is the one who finally can see her life a little bit clearer. The clouds are beginning to lift. That sword of clarity and communication, that sword cuts through all the bullshit. And she's just not having any bullshit. And Sagittarius, this is exactly what your person is resonating with. They're resonating with this queen energy, water of air, in a very, like, extreme way. You know, they are clear about their feelings, water of air, right? So their throat chakra and their heart chakra are aligning. The heart chakra is open and receiving, right? And the throat chakra is open and projecting and giving. Beautiful energy. Beautiful. Your person is just resonating on a nice level. So now we go, stop all this nice stuff, and we get right here to all the darkness. Damn, Sagittarius. 9 of Swords, 3 of Swords. But fear not, I've been looking ahead to these cards and they changed nothing. This is how you both see the relationship. There's a lot of fear here. And there's a lot of thinking about the past. Your person, Three of Swords, you, Nine of Swords. Your person remembers that they've hurt you or you've hurt them. I don't think it's you hurting them. But they remember this relationship as being, I'm going to say Sagittarius, not necessarily that they hurt you or you hurt them, but it was a lot of betrayal here. A lot of lies. A lot of lies, a lot of betrayal. And you see the relationship, Nine of Swords, as anxiety. A lot of anxiety, a lot of pain, sleepless nights. You guys really put each other through it. I'm going to be honest. Sagittarius, you and this person put each other through it. Nevertheless, a change has happened. You're still thinking about them. Four of Swords, you're still thinking about them. You're still ready to jump off a cliff, smell the rose with them, leave the dog behind, throw the shit over the side. Who cares? You just want to see them and be with them. But the worry is there, and it's almost as if like both of you are like, well, F it. Even if we're both worried, even if we remember how awful it was, I still got to see them for a minute or be with them. High Priestess, again, very rare High Priestess to show up twice in a reading. Two different decks, very rare. Her energy is rare energy, but Sagittarius, you already know what's going to happen here. And this is what I was talking about earlier. Before I get to that Three of Swords, this is what I was talking about earlier. Sagittarius, you know what's going to happen here, right? And you're anxious about it. And I think in your heart of hearts, you know that this person is going to F up again. I think you do know this. I think you're just not ready. Like, you are not confident. Right now, you are not confident. And all your intuition, or I would say this, right? I want to say that some of your intuition is feeling like the change is happening. It's going to be different this time. Okay? But you don't want to trust that. You're afraid to trust your intuition here, Nine of Swords. And that's where the fear is. Because you're afraid to trust what you're feeling here. What you're feeling is that, you know what? I feel that things may have changed. Something's different here. That's what your intuition is telling you. Your intuition is telling you that you have a happy ending coming, but you're afraid to trust it. You don't want to trust it. And why don't we want to trust our intuition at times like that? We don't want egg on our face. We don't want our egos to be bruised. When we lack trusting our intuition, especially in situations like this, it's mostly because we just don't want to be embarrassed or be hurt, or, ultimately it's like you knew better. It's your own fault, that feeling, right? So this worry associated with the High Priestess, I was feeling that right back in the beginning here. Sometimes our intuition does tell us things, and we don't want to believe it for various reasons on both sides of the coin. In this scenario, I think your intuition is telling you that this is a deep love connection coming in. You've been thinking about it a lot. Things have changed. You can sense your person. Clearly, there's a lot of psychic activity happening here where you're feeling your person. Your person is coming in with a full change. Let's pull that Three of Swords. Yeah, Ten of Wands, they're done. They're ready to let it go. I'm surprised Judgment hasn't come out. It may still, but Ten of Wands, they're ready to let it all go. Everything that they've been carrying that has, caused the sort of deterioration, or not deterioration, because clearly there's still a strong bond here, but everything that caused the pain here in this relationship, Ten of Wands energy, your person just wants to let it go. They want to let it go. Because they want this with you. They want this happily ever after. The Six of Cups and Wheel of Fortune energy, they are being told right now in every way, shape, form, through their senses, through activities in their lives, everything, omens, messages, signs coming in, everything about their life is telling them that this is what they want and this is right. And they won't let it go. And so realizing that that's part of some of this breakthrough, for you, you're just worried. You're like, shit, I don't know. Is it going to be, because I think the other side of this relationship as well is that when you guys aren't at your most creative, you're at your most self-destructive. There may have been drugs or alcohol involved in this connection. And again, you know, that devil energy, the shadow side of it could be the shadow side of this connection where you were both quite toxic and not able to fulfill your own or each other's needs. But it feels like this has really flipped on its head here, and you feel that intuitively, and you're just really afraid of it. Your person absolutely letting go. How do you see, what are final outcomes? Well, we have 6 of Swords and 4 of Swords for your person. You pulled a 4 of Swords, and so did they. Possible outcomes for you, really putting that effort in. 6 of Swords is a concerted effort in action, words, and deeds to move towards a calmer waters, to move towards harmony, to move towards harmony. 4 of Swords, your person is really thinking about their next steps, thinking about the moves they're making. They're being very, very considerate about everything that they're doing right now. Certainly in the ways that they're moving towards you, I would say, or this connection. They're being very, very thoughtful and measured. It's Jupiter and Libra energy. So, you know, they want to make a decision. They want to move forward. They want to have that expansion, right? Sagittarius, this came out, 5 of Wands. But they want to be careful. 5 of Wands, they don't want to have the bickering, right? So they're being very careful. You know, it's a feeling of tiptoeing, you both tiptoeing close to each other, because certainly if some of you are dealing with another fire sign or maybe even an air sign, the two of you together clearly in past can be quite explosive and painful. And your desire to get closer to each other, your person is absolutely like, okay, Jupiter and Libra, let me be careful and balanced. Let me be balanced. Let me be thoughtful. Let me maintain stability. You know, let me take care to, you know, ensure the greatest outcome of us getting together and it working out this time. And one of the things I want to avoid is any arguments. 5 of Wands. Star energy, you're moving towards your dream. This is also your dream. What can I say? Sagittarius, this is a love connection. A really good one. An old lover, one you couldn't stop thinking about. One that couldn't find any better than you. You couldn't stop thinking about them, and they couldn't find anything better than you. So, y'all are coming right back together. Some of you are dealing with a Libra. Yep, Sagittarius. Some of you are dealing with a Capricorn. All right, Devil did show up. Card for Capricorn. Libra, Capricorn. One more zodiac sign, and then we're going to get into your oracle cards. Pull this one. And some of you are dealing with an Aries. Aries energy. Wow. Now, Sagittarius, whoever you're dealing with may have those energies anywhere in their chart, but they may also be Sun, Libra, Sun, Aries, Capricorn. You may have those energies in your chart, but I'm usually pulling these zodiac runes to see what your person in this connection is resonating with. So let's go ahead and get into your oracle cards, and then we'll get into your animal spirits. What can I say? This is a nice reading. This is a nice connection, but it's careful. You guys are being careful. You guys clearly have, listen, see all the darkness in the reading is coming from here. You know, you're both smarting a little bit from the last go around. And you're just wanting to be careful, but you still desire this, the connection here. Listen, this is a soulmate connection. Definitely a twin flames journey that you guys have been on. Show me 1, 2, and 3. Spirit of the Crow. Mirror spirit and spirit of the stranger. Spirit of the Crow, prophecy, messages coming in. Sometimes bad news. Not always. But sometimes mirror spirit, deflecting, reflecting, and vanity coming in, guys. Watch out. And you have spirit of the stranger. Everything you guys worry about. Take care. Cautionary, warning, danger. Yeah, that's how you're feeling, I think. You know, I think it's normal. And I can't predict. We're not predicting futures here. There's no way to predict the future. This is just a snapshot of possibilities, right? And if everything kind of resonates with you, then, it leads, you know what I mean? It stands to reason that some of these possibilities are more probable than not. All right? But in any case, both of you are taking great care here. So you're not allowing, clearly there's been a lot of issues here. And yet you're trying. I think both of you desire it. And ultimately, sometimes this can happen where two people may have been really toxic for each other. They go away, they do the work, and then they come back together. And you can see whether or not it's going to work by how different they're interacting. And this is going to be one of the signs for you, Sagittarius. Are they doing the same things they did before? You know what I mean? Are they using the same language? Are they making the same moves? Are they having, you know what I mean? Is it the same? You're going to know what I'm talking about. And High Priestess is there because her intuition is strong. But that's how you're going to know if somebody's really changed. If somebody's really had that moment that they needed to have to get their shit together and come into you correctly, then you're going to see them not making the same moves they made before. Making the same plays, using the same language. Do you know what I'm saying? It's going to be a whole different, and you will know. The hawk, yep, and the starfish makes sense. The hawk is watching out, seeing the whole picture. That's what I'm talking about. Take care, Sagittarius. Watch out for the whole picture. Because this is all wonderful if indeed your person is being authentic and they have actually made that change. Hawk energy. Air energy, the hawk is able to see the big picture and they're able to see the importance of all of the little details in the big picture. So the hawk is the animal spirit for clarity and clear sight and vision. The starfish, water energy, the starfish is all about the exterior, good looks, money, but not the deeper side. So starfish energy is water energy. It's somebody who's very shallow. Take care with that. If your person is still very shallow, if they're not getting deeper with you, if they're not explaining themselves, if they're not showing you why you should engage with them again, if they're not showing you who they really are and they're keeping that outer shell in an effort to sort of dazzle you, then you know what it's hitting for. All right, Sagittarius, I'm going to leave it at that. This is your weekly love tarot reading. Went a little bit longer this week. I do hope you resonated with it. If you did, please go ahead and hit the like button. Consider subscribing to my channel. It's absolutely free. And you can hit that notification button so you can be notified every week when I upload for Sagittarius, which I do. Every week, all signs, a weekly love tarot reading, in addition to other readings that I upload. So that's it, my guys. I love you so much. Sagittarius cross watchers, everyone, I wish you love, life, and happiness. And as I said, I hope to see you guys next week right here on my channel, Bow and Arrow Tarot, for your weekly love tarot reading. Bye-bye now.